Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. We got Thursday night football. We got the Ravens versus the Bengals. Should be a good matchup. Got 5 props I'm going to be running with today. We do have a lot of options to pick from, but I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to head on over to passing yards. First one I'm going to be taking is Lamar Jackson's 235.5. Something's off on this line. So you can see in the past 5, for those who look at the past 5, he's gone well over 235 yards. There's a big reason why this line is a bit low. Obviously, this video is being made the night prior, so there might be some breaking news or some news of some sort regarding Lamar Jackson. But at 235.5, hard to pass up. I still think something's fishy about it, but at 235, I'll be taking the over. But I am going to include him on different props for different slips, which brings me to the next prop for Lamar Jackson will be his passing touchdowns, which is at 1.5. Definitely going to be taking that on a separate slip. I expect this to get bumped to a gobby, so if you can get it at 1.5, excellent value. The 235 is throwing me off. I do like it, but the line is low for some reason. Hopefully there's some news regarding why this line is so low. But right now, I do like his passing yards. I like his passing touchdowns. His fantasy score at 22.5. If you want to play it safe for his passing yards, his gobby will be best at 199.5. Obviously, the past 5, he's all greened out. Same thing with his original line at 235.5. Usually that marks a turn for regression. But against the Bengals, last time out a couple weeks ago, he had 348 yards. He had one of his best games. He is in the running for MVP once again. So 235, this would definitely be a popular play. If not, it's already a popular play. As you can see, almost 89,000 people are already on it. But I'll be putting him on my slip. Passing touchdowns or fantasy scores, these are the 2 options if you don't want to take his passing yards. And if you do take his passing yards, I highly recommend to take his gobby at 199.5. But let's head on over to our next prop, and that's going to be Zay Flowers. And I'm going to be taking his receiving yards at 61.5. I do like his fantasy score as well, which is at 14. He does have touchdown equity. Receptions is good. I think that might push. And I also like his rushing yards. I might include this on a slip for fun. At 0.5, obviously the last 2 games he hasn't hit. All we need is 1 rush. I think he can get it. We'll see if he gets it against Cincinnati. I think last time in Cincinnati he had 9 rushing yards. So obviously he just needs 1 rushing attempt. He can easily cash this. The fact that he hasn't cashed the past 2 games, he's due. So I might just take that for a fun slip. Total gamble, obviously, but everything is a gamble. But I do like his receiving yards and his fantasy score. Next up, we're going to go with is Joe Burrow. And for him, I do like his passing touchdowns. His passing yards a bit high for me at 270. I'm going to wait on that. As you can see, his demons all the way at 299. It's only 30 yards. But for Joe Burrow, I do like his passing touchdowns at 1.5. Should be a high-scoring game between him and Lamar. But I do like his passing touchdowns. But most importantly, we're going to head on over to the first half. Given Joe Burrow is a hot starter for the first half, I do like Joe Burrow's fantasy score, which is at 9. He is a fast starter. Last time against the Ravens, he had 14. He did have 2 touchdown passes in the first half. So I'm going to be targeting Joe Burrow's fantasy score in the first half. And those are 2 options for him that I like. Next one is also 2 props for the first half, and these are receiving yards. First one is Deontay Johnson at 9.5. He's cashed this in every single game this season with the exception of 1. 9.5, all he needs is a reception. He can easily get this. Against the Bears, he did not get it, but other than that, he's been averaging well over 20 yards in the first half. All he needs is 1 reception. He can easily cash that. So I'm definitely going to be taking Deontay Johnson for 9.5. And the next one for that, you can also target his fantasy score, which you saw for yourself was at 3. It's not bad. But I do like his 9.5 first. That is primary. Next one is going to be Rashad Bateman. I do like his full game fantasy score and receiving yards, but for the first half at 13.5, he usually gets about 2 or 3 receptions in the first half. He should easily cash this line at 13.5. So you can see his past 5 been averaging 37.4. He's only missed twice this season, but he is a favorite target for Lamar Jackson. So I'd be taking the over on that at 13.5. So mostly the value I found was in the first half, given with Joe Burrow, Deontay Johnson, and Rashad Bateman. If you're looking for full game props, Lamar Jackson will be the top option, and Zay Flowers receiving yards. I expect these props to get bumped, but pretty confident in all these props with the exception of Lamar Jackson. I do like his passing yards a lot, but at 235, something's missing there. So hopefully more news pop up. Obviously, this video is being made the night prior, so keep in mind that. 235.5, 90,000 people are on it, so I expect that to get bumped. But other than that, please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.